So now the supervisor is out of the system. Now the final step for entering your requisition is creating the actual requisition and sending it to the purchasing department for processing. So I go back in as the initial user. So again, I'm prompted to put in my username and my password. And I'm back in the system. So I want to go again to procurement main menu, which is option number 4. Once I do that, I'm going to go to work with departmental approvals, because I want to go see, has my order been approved yet by my supervisor. So I'm going to choose option number 2 and press the enter key on my keyboard. Once I get there, I see that my order has been approved because it has approval level number 2. So I'm ready to continue with the next step. My next step is to create a requisition. If you see here, function F8 is create a requisition. So what I want to do is I want to choose function F8, and it pops up a screen called create requisitions. As you can see here, this screen is telling you everything needs to remain blank. The only thing you need to remember in this screen is that all of your yes, no should be no. Okay, so you change the last one, the listing only will always be the default will always be the Y. So you just want to change it to an N. Once you do that, you press the enter key. At that point, it's telling you, okay, you want to go ahead and submit this. And so I do want to submit my requisition for processing. In order to do that, I'm going to choose the function F20, which again is your Shift F8 key on your keyboard. So let's go ahead and do the Shift F8. And then at that point, you're going to be prompted and it's going to tell you your job has been submitted. At this point, I want to make sure that my job was submitted, and I want to go back and look at the requisition, because at this point, your requisition has been given a number. Okay, so I want to go and get that number, because it's always good to have it in case you need to check on your order. So in order to get out of the screen, again, remember F3 for everything. So we go back to the procurement processing main menu. Here I want to do an inquiry, okay, because I want to go back and look, make sure that my job has been submitted. Also make sure that my job was given a requisition number. So at that point, I'm going to go to inquiry, which is number 70, and press enter. What I want to look at is I want to see the procurement inquiry, okay, because that's what I just did. So I'm going to choose option number 4 and press the enter key. That will take us to the procurement inquiry. On this screen, you're going to leave everything blank. The only thing you're going to need is to put in your requesting employee number. Once you do that, it's going to take you to the inquiry screen. Here you will see, remember that our requesting date was 5/2 of 12. This is my department, and this is the requisition that my order has been given. Okay, and this is a good practice, because if you need to check up on your order, if it's taking longer than it was supposed to for you to receive it, it's always a good idea to have a requisition number, because you can always check up on your order using that number. Now I want to display it because I want to make sure that this is exactly what I ordered. So I'm going to put the number 5 to display my order. So I put that as my option, and then I press the enter key, and here is my request. As you can see, my request is from Sam's. I'm ordering a case of Diet Coke, and again, your description is only going to show the first line, but I know that I'm ordering 2, so it's my Diet Coke and my regular Coke. You can see the status, which has been approved. You can see the total cost of this order. You can see what account it's coming out of. So this screen is always very helpful, because it gives you all the information that you need for your request. So I'm pretty satisfied. My request has been submitted. So I'm going to go back to the previous screen. Again, remember to jot down your requisition number for future inquiries. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and exit all the way through back to our system. I've already finished. That completes the entire process of entering an order into the system, of doing your approval level 1, approval level 2 and creating your requisition. And the final step is your inquiry of the requisition that you submitted to the purchasing department. So at this point, I want to sign off of the system because I'm completely done. Again, I'm going to put the number 90 here on my selection. I'm going to press the enter key, and at that point, I am done with my requisition. So thanks for joining us on this tutorial. You can use this tutorial as many times as you want, and I hope you found it useful.